The four poems I'm going to read embody in one way or another the everything that's going on in the jurors in that testosterone-riddled room. The first one's called Shopping. The phone needs a new protective case, so granddaughter says, let's go to Walmart and buy one. At Walmart, a pleasant salesperson sizes up my phone and leads us to a locked display cabinet. That one or that one, he says, and I choose the cheaper one. He unlocks the case, grabs it, and off we go to pay. At his counter, I insist on testing the product to make sure it fits that requires cutting through multiple packaging safeguards. The case has more protection than my home, and the salesperson does not want to open it. It'll ruin the packaging, he says. He is not so friendly now. Granddaughter touches my arm. Too bad, I say, I need to know. It's then that we notice the gun snug in its holster on the salesman's right hip. The young man's hand twitches. Perhaps the young man sees the gun jump out of its holster, his gun hand snapping up as we, across the counter, become exploding meat. The clerk's eyes flicker. Old though I am, I see it. My granddaughter, too. We all see it. But this time, surly, reluctant, resentful, the salesperson mangles the packaging and we discover the protective case comes nowhere near fitting the phone. Come on, man, I say, pulling away from granddaughter's hand. The guy comes out from behind the counter and chests me, hissing, keep your voice down. So I say even louder, up yours. That's when it happens. He hits me, right in the mouth. He hits me. Staggering, I right myself and hit back, connecting with the ghosts of sweet combinations. He's pummeling me, and all I can think of is how hard it is to make a fist with my arthritic fingers. But I keep swinging with squishy fists, remembering Rocky Marciano's advice at the end of a video, exhorting me to hold my left arm up, my chin down, and keep swinging. At last, people intervene, saving me from a bigger beating. Though I glower, I am secretly happy. My phone will still be unprotected, but I've performed a life lesson defending my honor in front of my granddaughter, which, when you are old, is all that matters. This next one is called M, and it is it's about an old teacher who could have been one of the jurors, and I'll let you decide which one. M, an old teacher of mine, knew how to take. One might say he was spiritually healthy, even advanced, because he always expected good things to happen to him. Some would chalk that up to luck. Some people are just lucky, and some are maniacal. M was both. I never saw him, and I saw him a lot for a couple of years, without a perpetual smug sneer on his face. Leaning back in his chair, he'd turn his handsome puss just so everyone could admire it. One day after workshop was preceded by news that John Ashbery had won the Poetry Pulitzer, M fell off his chair to the floor, his disbelief and pain laughable. Don't worry, said Jay, like an encouraging June Cleaver. You'll get your Pulitzer. It was true. He knew it. We all did. Because if he didn't, it would surely mean the end of poetry in our time. His need was that great. His need transcended art and made of him a horse's ass, pulling behind his own ass cart. Merwin, of course, was better looking, a better poet too, and Donald Hall was more deserving. M looked a lot more like Stephen Spender, also better looking and a better poet, whose most famous poem remembers dead immortals. M's version was more like, I think of those who are eternally great and know that I am greater than all of them. M had chutzpah. He was also delusional, like the age he lived in. Lots of chutzpah, lots of delusion. Third of four is called Two-Face. This is a juror from both sides. You probably won't be arrested for doing nothing. Stand in the street, shout what others are shouting, give the salute. When it's time, get in step with marching boots. Pick up whatever you find and throw it through windows of the soul. Feel proud. This is what it is to be a man. Be a man, be a man, be a man. Rape, beat, thunder, be a man. Maybe you're a songwriter, a bardic muscle man or blood poet. Be a man. Think higher, think power, think pain and pleasure in hurting others. When it's your turn, do not resist. Go limp as a teddy bear while dragged downstairs and kicked on the sidewalk. Be the chair as they strap you in. Scream all you want. At fingernails and toenails, give up to the pliers. Feel the hammer crunching bones in your left hand. Kiss ass as they give you the stink face. And do not blame God or the devil. Your mother and father, guilty of many crimes, are innocent of this. Remember, if you can, your meditation work. Go down into the love of yourself, if you can find it. And just so, breathe. And then I bring it to the poem. The poem is pen, paper, keyboard, PDF, Word document, and you. Tools for the poem to sort itself out. Its intention is a snake hitched to a rope, fixed to the floor by a nail. It wants to escape to a fearless, gunless place. One only imagines, and that none too clearly. The poem is Emily's Dickinson's Black Cake, Emily's Puddings, and Emily herself. It's Virginia Woolf, her lighthouse, and a fin breaking the surface of a wave. The poem is Internal Difference, the place of gender enlightenment and equal pay for women, the place of rainbows, lots of color and fresh air, a safe place warm in the light of magic hour, where glacial ice reinvents itself, where the affluent finally give up their second, third, fourth, and fifth cars and houses, 18,000 of their 20,000 square feet, and spend an hour every morning reading Jane Goodall and meditating. The poem redirects, reassesses, revises, and renews. It outruns and outsleeps you, sending you forth at your best, even when you open old wounds or make new ones. The poem heals, waking you up at 4 a.m, whispering, "Feed me." Thank you.
Yeah.